Hey everybody, today marks the day 11 years ago that I got saved. It was here at Cornerstone Church, and it was at the Heaven's Gates House Flames. I'll never forget that day. Ever since that, I've been pursuing God, and it has not always been easy. But one of the things that the Lord had shown me a few years after I had gotten saved was I had this vision of helping women and speaking at conferences, standing up on stages, and being like Joyce Meyer. And I haven't told a lot of people that, but it's something that I've always foreseen, something that I've always wanted to do, and a couple of other things that I've God has shown me those things. For instance, I always said I wanted to be a designer, and that's something that I'm still knowing that God's going to come through on that and help me out and make a way. But so in the meantime, that's why I signed my name B.A. Moya. I know some of you guys might see that. B.A. Moya is my signature for my clothesline and any kind of things that I want to create. So that's why I sign it B.A. Moya, because I know one day I'll have that chance and opportunity to do more design and more creativity things in that aspect. The other thing that God has shown me was I wanted to speak at conferences and do different testimonies, be transparent, be a speaker. Exactly like Joyce Meyer, of course. I know I said that, but I have always seen that. So I wrote my goals down. I wrote it out, made it plain, just like it says in Habakkuk, and I often wondered what was going to come of it. I have revised it, have gone through it, and things had just never seemed like it was going to happen for me. And in a lot of ways, sometimes I felt like I was taking a million steps back, that I was farther from it. But one of the things I started to do and take an active role in becoming that very thing, the vision that God had given me, was what can I do to improve myself and work on myself. Until then, God was working on the internal things, but there was some things that I could do. For instance, I wasn't a good speaker. I couldn't talk in front of people. In fact, me doing these videos is a bigger step than what I had already been taking. And so I started doing some teachings and started doing some lectures and stepping out a little more and more. And there was moments where I only had 2 people that I was talking to, 3 people, and then these days I'm doing a class it's a full classroom, even with facilitators and leaders in there as well. I am now able to talk in front of people. Before, I used to stutter. I used to read off the PowerPoint, was very to the point. Sometimes I'd go blank and forget what I wanted to say, really. I mean, I had these funny things that I wanted to say, and then when I got up there, it's like, hi. Yeah, that was me. So it's a work in progress and something that I continue to work on myself. And I've watched videos, I've done research and studies to really understand the people that I'm teaching. You know, how do adults learn? How do they grow? You know, what are some of the things that stop people from learning and growing and different things like that? Because I think that's really a key element that can help you anywhere and everywhere. And that's just kind of what I've done in the process. So one of the things that's amazing praise report. So not only was Savior was amazing last night, I know it's a tough subject, but I was able to go up there and teach. I was able to just be myself and just talk and present the very thing that I have revamped and worked so hard on. I mean, sometimes, you know, when you put something new out there, you're showing yourself. You know, it's a bit of a vulnerability. You're out there, you're showing not only you, but the things that you've created. You don't know what feedback you're going to get, but as I always will go back to is, one, make it happen, just do it. And this is probably the key element that has helped me, is do it for yourself first. You're doing it for yourself first because, one, God has called you to do it. So do it for you, and then everybody else, because this is the thing, people will always have something to say. Someone will always have something, whether it's positive or negative, but that should not affect you, because you're doing what you've been called to do and you're doing it for you first. So that when that criticism, always take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes it's some things you can pick and choose to kind of help you. You know what, I do need to work on that. That is true. Or some things, well, that was just a criticism and you just take it for what it is, and then you just move on with your life. You've survived. You stood up there. You've stepped out. You've done what you were called to do, and that's all that matters. So I'm telling you, go out, make it happen, just do it, and do it for you first, because God will honor that and He'll continue to progress you and move you forward. So here I am today on the anniversary of being saved 11 years ago, which is totally amazing. And now I am starting to do things like I never thought I could be able to see myself, be comfortable and be me. And this is who I am. And God will continue to mold me and shape me. And I will continue to have those friends who kind of help me and to be better and what I could do more. Thank you so much. Love you guys.